Hey y'all, and welcome to day 3 of our 31 days of shadow work series. I'm so proud of you because you are on day 3 already. All you got to do is make it 28 more days. So I'm definitely excited to have you here. And each day we are going to dive into a new prompt that is designed to help you face your shadow and enhance your healing journey. So today's prompt is all about childhood. Y'all knew I was going to talk about childhood, okay? Very, very Sigmund Freud of me. So remember, this is a safe space for self-discovery. So take your time and be gentle with yourself. Let's get started. So today's prompt is, what childhood messages shape your self-worth and how do they affect you today? I love this question. I love this question. And this is actually a question that I tend to use with my clients too, mainly because people love to ignore the fact that your childhood experiences is what makes you who you are as an adult. Like, of course, there are going to be some adult experiences that shift you, that transform you, but how you respond to those adult experiences is based on your childhood. It's based on how your parents talk to you. It's based on how your parents communicated with you and engaged with you. It's based on the amount of autonomy that you had or how strict everything was for you. It's based on whether you were raised by grandparents or you were raised by your parents. Were you raised by foster parents? Were you raised in a group home? Were you raised by friends' parents? Like, all of these things play a big role in the messages that you learn about your self-worth. So as usual, I'm gonna go first. All right, so some childhood messages for me that shaped my self-worth. I got a few of them, and love this. So a few of them for me: hair. Yeah, I grew up with 4C hair. I grew up with the kinkiest hair. So growing up, I think I had perms since I was like very little, like elementary age, getting perms. I mean, like 5, 6 years old, getting perms. Like, I remember wearing weave at that age. I remember getting perms at that age. I remember always being taught that my hair texture was unprofessional. My hair texture was unattractive. My hair texture was not good enough. I was always being told that my hair texture and my hair could not be out the way that it is. That's one of the reasons why I locked my hair. And that's one of the reasons why I went on my lock journey, is because I was tired. I was tired of all the hair care products marketed to 4C hair, but not actually being able to nurture and moisturize my hair. I was tired of always feeling like I needed to perm rod, flat twist, braid out, braids, lock. I was tired of always feeling like I needed to manipulate my hair in order for it to look good to the masses. I was sick of it. So I was like, you know what? Fuck all that. I'm just gonna make one final decision and move on. And that's when I finally decided to go ahead and lock my hair. And I'm so glad I went on the lock journey, because no lie, y'all, locking my hair was the first time I ever felt super comfortable just not manipulating my hair. Like, there were a couple times in my natural journey where I like wore my fro out with no manipulation. Like, there were a couple times where I just didn't do anything to it, but it was very clear to me that everybody hated it. It was very clear to me that people did not think it looked good. Of course, you got you got your country ass dads. What you finna do to your hair? And the whole time my hair is done, it's washed, conditioned, and left alone. Like, that was a big one for me, was my hair. Another one for me was money. So I definitely grew up on Section 8. Grew up in a Section 8 house, grew up in poverty, so free school lunch. The dentist that used to come to the school and would, do the dental work. Grew up on Medicaid, Medicare, like, grew up in poverty. So growing up in poverty teaches you that there's not enough money. It teaches you that there's not enough money, and two, there's no way for you to make more. So it took me, when I tell y'all, it took me until I was like 28 before I finally released this idea that money is in lack. Like, money is in abundance. Like, I tell people all the time, there's so much money in the world that we fund genocides. There's so much money in the world that we fund wars. There's so much money in the world that billionaires don't pay taxes. There's so much money in the world. Money is in abundance. And so if you're someone who struggles with money because you grew up in poverty too, I am here as a sounding board to tell you that money is in abundance. And once you shift your mindset about that, it starts changing, because at the end of the day, what you believe is what you experience. So for me, because I still believe that money was a lack, there's not enough money, I can't make more money, because I believed that for so long, that's what my life reflected. That's what my finances reflected. So like, even over the years, like, I started working when I was 16. So even over the years, I always raised I always raised my money. I always made more money. My very first job, I made $725. The very last job that I had before I really stepped into my mindset, I think I was making like $18 an hour, I want to say. A switch flipped in my brain, because the reality is, I wanted to get off my mama couch. I was on my mama couch for 3 years. I wanted to get off my mama couch. And so in order to get off your mama couch, you have to make more money. Like, you have to make more money. And I didn't want to hustle to do it. I was like, no, I need one job that pays me enough to get off my mama couch. At that point, I decided that I was not accepting anything less than $60,000 a year. Like, that was my minimum. I wasn't applying to any jobs less than that. I wasn't looking at any jobs less than that. And then I got one. And then I've increased my income from there for 10 years, because I didn't increase my income to 60,000 until I was 20. I'm 30 now. So until I was 28. So for 12 years. So from 16 until 28, I had only increased my income. What is that? $11, because I started at 725. I think the last job I was working was like 18 and some change. So I had only increased my salary $11 over what is that, 12 years. So that's about $1 more every single year. I was like, absolutely not. I was like, nope. I need to really bring this money in so I can get off my mama couch. Thankfully, I'm on my own couch now. Thankfully, I'm on my own couch now. So I want to know, what childhood messages shaped your self-worth, and how are they affecting you today? I love this prompt, because a lot of times we try to negate the fact that our childhood impacts us to this day. And a lot of people can't do their shadow work because they don't want to face the things they were told as a kid. They don't want to face the experiences they had as a kid. I want you to face that, and I want you to have the safe space to do so. So join the Facebook group, The Balanced Millennial, where you can share these insights. You can share these feelings that you're having, because shadow work is hard, y'all. Shadow work is deep. Shadow work is painful. And so this is not meant to be an easy experience. This is not meant to be a fun, whimsical journey. This is meant to really kickstart and ignite this energy in you to move forward and to heal, and to really, really, really dig into how you can turn these experiences into superpowers for you, into learning experiences, into places that take you where you want to go. So thank you so much for joining me again for day 3 of our 31-day series. And we will be back again tomorrow for day 4. And I'm so excited to have you again.